Hello, you gorgeous people. This isn't what we planned, but there you go. We've gone live. That's fine. That's fine. I meant to do that. I always did videos for the insiders, live to insiders, over on our confidential group over on Facebook because it worked. It was quick. It was efficient. And that's what I like. Quick, efficient, and it works. And that's what the insiders is about. But Facebook, in their ultimate wisdom, decided that they would get rid of videos after 30 days. And so all that amazing content that I have created for insiders over the last 8.5 years has gone bye. So the written word is still there, all the written training. Unfortunately, the videos are not. So as things come up for insiders, I make a video, post it here, don't tell anyone it exists, add it to the insiders so they know it's there, and you get real-time solutions when you need them. So I'm at a networking event this morning and an insider walks in the door and they said some things. And I said, I've been there and I have felt just the same as you. Now, complete confidentiality for that insider. You'll never know who they are. There's a couple of hundred of us, so you really will never know who it was. But we've all had that occasion where someone has said, this is exciting. I'd love to know more. And you think, okay, this is cool. This is a great opportunity. Only for them to say, come along to a meeting. Let's sit down and plan this. See if we can work together. And you think, brilliant. This is so exciting. This is what we've always wanted. This is where we're going. Woohoo! And then the realization hits. Oh my God, this could be it. This could be the contract. This could be the opportunity for our company. And that's when we can end up with the imposter syndrome. We can end up with but we haven't got that many customers. What if they find out we're not that good at it yet? And all of that silly talk goes on in your head. Now, there's many strategies I can teach you here that will enable you to deal with that voice in your head and finish this meeting so that you walk out of the room and they walk out of the room and everyone's happy and you get the new business. Lots and lots of strategies I can share with you. And I do leadership and communication training days for insiders. But here's a little trick for you. When you have done your research and you know who you are speaking to, why you are speaking to them, what you are speaking about, what is going to matter to them most, and if you've done any of my courses, you will know the answers to these things. If you've been to any of our events where you say, Mandie, I don't know how understand how this will work, well, I'll teach you, all right? I'll teach you by my side. You give me £25 a month and you get my soul. What do you want? You can have my heart if you like. Do you want a kidney? Whatever you need, I'm there for you, right? So you've done all the research, you know all your facts, you know you're damn good at your job, even if you're having a bit of a wobble at this moment. When it is just before the meeting, you end up in your head, don't you? And there's all this stuff going on. If I was coaching you one-to-one, I'd sit down and ask you about what you're saying to yourself. What is it that you're believing to be true? Because there'll be a disparity between the facts, which is the stuff that your head knows, and the rubbish that your heart, the emotions are telling you. And what we do is when I coach people, we bring the heart and the mind together so they work in partnership instead of against each other. Well, one of the things that you can do to speed up this process is you say to yourself, and I always say to these people, I say, tell me how you feel if you leave the room and you end up with the perfect client and the perfect opportunity, and you walk out of the room and they say, yes, please, we'd love to work with you. Here's $5,000 a month. Thank you very much. Here's the next 5 years working with your company. That's the conversation you have. That's what they've just said to you. How are you feeling? And that euphoria, that sense of, oh my God, this is happening. This is what we always wanted. This is where we wanted it to go. That's what you concentrate on. Now, it may sound like a trick, but there's a lot of science behind this, and there's a lot of understanding about the way the brain works. The brain can't always tell the difference between what is happening and what is just an illusion, okay? I'll just prove this to you for a second. I do not want you under any circumstances to think about a lemon. I am not holding a lemon right now, and I have not got a knife, and I'm not just chopping off a little bit of lemon, right? No, I'm not chopping off lemon. There is no lemon. Look, there is no lemon here. You can't see a lemon. I'm not chopping off a lemon. And there's a little bit of lemon for you. What happens in your mouth? Saliva. How? There's not even a lemon. Look, no lemon. That's the power of your mind. So when you're going into a big meeting, do not go in and just wing it. Just go in and be yourself. Rubbish. Be yourself, be transparent, be honest, but know your facts and do not go in there blind. You have to do your research. You have to know who you're talking to, what you're talking about, why you're talking to them. What's the random question they might ask you? Have you looked at their website? Did you see the post they did last Thursday on LinkedIn? You've got to know that stuff. But once you've done all the research, once you've really understood the new client and where you want this relationship to go and what you want them to do, that is when you have got to calm the brain down and get all that gibbery chat of imposter syndrome and I'm not good enough and they're never going to want to work with us. You have to calm that down. And one of the ways you can do that is you imagine that moment, you will walk out the room and you say goodbye and we look forward to working with you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And you get back to your car and you sit in your car and you think, no one can see me. Yes! Oh my God, this is the best day ever. This is so exciting. This is amazing. Oh my God, only dogs can hear me. This is the best thing ever that's ever happened to me. That's what you want to create. Okay? Now, I do this a lot with people who are going to perform on the stage. I've taught a lot of people how to be successful and amazing public speakers. I'm petrified of public speaking. No one ever believes me when I say that, but I genuinely am far happier at home with the big blanket and the tiny dog than I am on a stage. Having said that, I know exactly how to override those fears and get on the stage and rock it and give people exactly what they need. So the audience leaves going, wow, wow. And one of the things I do with people that are learning public speaking skills is I say to them, imagine that feeling when you walk down the steps away from the podium and how amazing you feel. How wow does that feeling feel to you at this moment? And even if you don't believe it's true, your brain cannot tell the difference between something that's actually happening and hasn't actually happened. So what you do, what I often say to people is you write out your notes. I always write notes out and I put them under my pillow. I'm not going to read them ever again, but I just like to have them there. It's part of my process now. And then I imagine walking off the stage and someone walking up to me and saying, Mandie, thank you, you've changed my life. Or Mandie, I heard you speak 2 years ago and it made business brilliant. That's what you're going to do. So you do your research, you know who you're talking to, you know why you're there, you know what you want them to do, you know you're damn good at your job. Now all you got to do is have that thought in your head. I'm walking away from this meeting and it was amazing. All right. Let me know how you get on. If you're coming to one of our events and you're nervous, please don't be. I will be stood at the door, dressed up with a big smile and my clipboard or my phone. So you know, you'll spot this pink hair and you go, Mandie Holgate, she'll look after me. And it won't just be me that looks after you. Insiders genuinely care. Whether you're only networking with us online in the online community, which I'm looking at right now, are hundreds and hundreds of members. Wish I could tell you what we're talking about. Or whether you're networking with us face to face, I promise you, I absolutely promise you, I'll do everything in my power to look after you. If you use this video, let me know how you get on. And if you want some more content, just shout. I'm here for you. I'll do anything I can for insiders. Anything. Push me. See what anything looks like.